Sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. ESPN Northwest Florida advertisers get results. Here's MaxFit Sports Nutrition owner Jason Kovaleski.
So if you're looking to advertise or if you have a small business and you're looking to drive traffic to your store, check out ESPN 104.3 with Coach James Hale Show. I've been working with them for 7 years. They've driven a lot of traffic to my business. It's one thing to advertise on the radio where people may hear it. It's another thing to be able to come on, talk to your customers directly.
Get results for your business. Call ESPN Northwest Florida, 850-215-4468.
We're the radio home of the Mosley Dolphins. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. ESPN Northwest. Rise and shine, Pampers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! Full of water! I think hot tub! Will it make you wet? Will it make you sweat? Hot tub. Johnny Smith, you doing good? Good morning. We got a call indeed. Hot tub. Yeah, we'll make wet. Yeah. Chad Mitchell, Monday in the hot tub, right here in beautiful Panama City Beach, Florida. Paradise.
Yeah, all you got to do is go outside and you'll sweat.
Let me tell you something. I don't care if they have a storm brewing in the Gulf, leave, run, because if we get a hurricane this year, it's going to blow up. It's going to be bad. That water is...
It is warm.
Has it ever been this hot before?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, come on. You know, I don't know. I'm the biggest skeptic, I guess.
It's August.
I mean,
yeah.
I remember being a kid in Pensacola, Florida, and it being 100 degrees. I mean, come on. It's been this hot.
And I
before.
remember that up in Alabama growing up, this miserably hot in August in July. Yeah, we got a phone call already this morning. Let's take a phone call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who is this?
This is Lee Anderson.
Hey,
Panama City, Lynn Haven, Florida.
All right. What do you got for us, Lee?
I have a junior golf tournament, junior golf outing, whatever the kids would like to call it, on Saturday, August 26th. That's this coming Saturday. It's going to be at Nature Walk, and I would invite all of the kids, boys and girls, 18 and under, to come out and play. It's going to be 9 holes, and it's $12 for each child to play.
Wow, that's a deal. That's a great deal. Lee?
Yeah.
I said that's a great deal you guys got going on.
You betcha. I have a tournament once a month for boys and girls 18 and under. And we do just 9 holes, and that usually attracts the younger kids. But I want to cater to kids 18 and under. I would love to help the Bay County School golf program for boys and girls by giving them a chance to play with other boys and girls and have a chance to compete.
Absolutely. That's awesome, brother. Thank you so much for doing that. That's this August 26th. What time does it start?
Our first tee time will be 11 a.m.
11 a.m. All right.
And all they have to do to sign up is call me or text me. I need to have their name and I need to have their age, and they will pay Nature Walk for the golf outing, golf tournament.
Love it, man. Love it. All right. Hey, Lee.
They don't have to pay. They don't have to pay in advance. They pay the morning of the event.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So just show up and pay and play. Pay and play.
I'll tell you what, if kids will just show up, they can still sign up and play the morning of the tournament.
All right. Sounds good, brother.
It just runs a little more efficiently if I know, who's coming in advance. But it's sort of like a men's or ladies' dog fight at the golf course. If they show up, that's the play.
All right. What's that phone number, Lee?
Okay, my number is 850-319-6773. And I know it's real hard to remember numbers, or it is for me on the radio when people give them out, but all they would have to do is call Nature Walk.
Nature Walk.
And Nature Walk would give them my phone number.
All right. Well, all right, buddy. Thank you so much for calling. Anything else we can do for you?
Well, I do one each month, and the next one, looking ahead, is August 23rd. And we're also having these tournaments at the Panama Country Club once every quarter.
Okay.
And there'll be further announcements about the next one there. We're looking at possibly having one October 28th. It's just not committed yet.
All right, buddy. Hey, Lee, let me ask you real quick. What's your favorite college football program?
Oh, I am a University of Wisconsin and a Florida State University fan because I attended both schools, and I absolutely love both of them. And I love when they play each other because I at least have one winner to cheer for.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, y'all got a new head football coach there. It's pretty doggone good. I think Lou Fickle will get it done there. I really do.
He did a tremendous job for Cincinnati. It's really, really unbelievable. They have a great commitment at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's my home. That's where I was brought up, raised, and I love that school. I love that state. But I love the Florida Winners, and I had the really good fortune of being able to go to graduate school at Florida State. And I am definitely a Seminole. We're trying to bring back the Bobby Bowden days.
It's coming. We're coming.
I really do believe it is.
All right, Lee, you have a great day. Thanks for calling, buddy.
Hey, you guys do a great job. Thank you for what you're doing for Bay County, for all athletics. You guys are tremendous.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, sir. All right. I asked Smitty this morning. I said,
what was the question?
Do you remember Brad Pitt in the movie Legends of the Fall?
I remember Brad Pitt.
Right, do you remember that, Chad?
I vaguely remember the movie, really.
All right, Montana.
Yes.
His dad was a
former
war hero.
Hero, yep.
Yeah. Like the Indians, saw how corrupt government and politicians are and all that kind of stuff. But do you remember the bear in the movie?
The very end.
Well, the bear's beginning, they were going to shoot him, and then he looked away, didn't kill him. And then when he was real little, he cut the claw off a bear and got cut. The bear swiped him. And at the end of it, the bear got him. Bear killed him. I always thought it was the same bear, but obviously it probably wasn't. But in the movie, it was the same bear. And the guy that trained that bear, they did a special on him. And I remember watching this. This bear was over 1,000 pounds. Huge, huge bear. Guess what just happened recently? The guy that trained those bears got killed.
Got killed by a bear.
By that bear. I don't know if that is exactly the bear or another one he was training.
Do you remember when the little carnivals used to come to town?
Yeah.
And they'd have a cage and you could go in and actually wrestle a bear? My karate instructor was stupid enough to do that. Yeah, they put a muzzle on the bear. They obviously
let me put my shoes on. Let me put my boots on.
No, this is serious. The carnivals.
The only guy that ever did that was Bear Bryant.
Right, Bear Bryant.
Bear Bryant did that.
The carnivals used to come every year to this little town outside of Cincinnati. They had a big cage. This big fat guy would get in there, and then he would slap that bear around, and that bear would let him slap him around for a while. And then the bear would just kind of lay on him. But they put a muzzle on him, and the bear was declawed, and you could pay to get in there. And
you know how painful that is when they do that to that bear?
What, declaw him or put a muzzle on him?
They didn't even put him to sleep to do that. Did you read that article?
I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't read the article.
I didn't want to get into that. I get sad. But anyway, the guy, I like that guy that trained those big bears. Thank you. That was a great story. That really was good. I enjoyed that. Bear Bryant's the only man enough to get in a cage with a bear. The other guy that was all fake.
I was there. I saw it.
Yeah. But they knew each other. That was all planned out. It wasn't like some guy out of the blue walking in there.
Yeah.
They told him, so we're going to Cincinnati. These people are going to believe anything we do, especially Smitty. I mean, especially some of them. So anyway, Bear Bryant's the only one man enough, bad enough to actually get into a ring and fight a bear, right? Come on, help me, Dr. Chad Mitchell.
Is he getting deep in here, Smitty, or what?
As soon as he said, I got a story about something I can't tell you now, I got a story. I'm waiting for Doc Mitchell to get here. I got this story. I knew we were up.
I thought y'all would be excited. Y'all both just kind of, well, so what? But they did a great article on the Jennifer Anderson was in the little thing they filmed. Her and Brad Pitt were there with him. They showed him raising this monster bear and how smart the bear was, and they love on each other. It was crazy.
Why does that always seem to happen, that the trainers eventually get killed?
Well, because
they love these animals. They trust them. They turn their back on them.
Well,
it's over.
When certain scenes, they're getting after the animal to do certain things. And heck, they're, like Chad's made me mad here before. I had to go off. I mean, the bear just went off. The bear couldn't handle anymore. The bear. Hey, listen, high school football is cranking up, man. This is game week. Can you believe we already started game week, Chad?
It's awesome.
You back in the saddle again?
Yeah, man, it's awesome to see it.
You were there last Friday night, right?
I was Thursday night.
Night. Where was that, Bozeman?
Yeah, I was at Bozeman.
Cannot wait. The real deal starts. Now, if your team got beat badly, your team got beat badly this week, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even count.
Yeah, it's just a scrimmage.
And you play everybody. So don't get pumped up.
Coaches are learning
don't get sad.
What their players, how much experience their players have, giving them more experience.
Yeah. Does it go in your does it matter if
no, it doesn't.
Does anybody remember?
No, nobody remembers.
No, it's just a rehearsal, right?
Right.
And try to get everybody in the ball game. The main thing I think you want is no one to get hurt when you go in these jamborees. Everybody ready for the regular season. But today we started out with Arnold High School. Coach will be on here at 7:15. We'll get him on talking about Arnold. Tomorrow we will have on at 7, North Bay Haven, and then Matt is going to be on the show with us. Gordy Ponderground's out there coaching with him. And then 7:15, we got Coach Floyd at Rutherford football. We'll talk to him. I think it's Coach Floyd. And then Wednesday is Bay Day. Thursday's Mosley, Coach Witten. And, of course, Friday is Bozeman. Griff does a great job there. So we got high school football starting. And then the following week, the real deal. We do have some games coming up this Saturday, though. Do you know who's playing this Saturday?
You talking about college football? I haven't looked at the schedule.
It's just week 0.
Yeah.
There's a few. Nothing exciting. But the next week, and a week from Thursday, Florida Gators, Utah. Cannot wait. College football is here. High school football here. Cannot wait. How much time we have?
You got a minute or two.
Well, I'm really disappointed in both of your reaction to my great story about the bear. I can't trust the bear.
It just wasn't as good as your other
well,
ones.
That's because I had it rolling and you interrupted.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you started talking about
it's always somebody else's fault.
Somebody else's fault.
Yeah, I interrupted.
Yeah, John ruined it with the Cincinnati bear. We're talking about a real bear.
This was a real bear.
That was a cub.
No.
That was a cub.
It was an 850-pound cub.
That was this one was over 1,000. Good Lord. Anyway, did you break that?
No, I didn't.
We just got a new mic. We're just going to get you a mic. We got that on camera, right?
Yep.
All right, let's talk about Dr. Chad Mitchell. Chad, what is the best way to get up with Chad Mitchell? You don't have to be an outstanding athlete. If you get hurt, call Chad.
Call Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344. You can also look me up at chadmitchellmd.com.
ChadMitchellMD.com. I tell you what, he's worked on every single member of our family. Sparky, my miniature Dotson, when he was alive, Chad refused to do it. That really hurt us. Okay, I cannot believe you wouldn't. He had his hip was hurting him. I wanted Chad to go. Just kind of look at it. He goes, "I'm not a vet." Unbelievable. That was rude. Hey, South Low Title and Closing, the number one in the nation. Chuck Tucker is incredible. South Oak Title and Closing for all real estate needs. Che Michael's Restaurant. We had lunch there yesterday. Carla waited on us. We had a wonderful time. We stood there and talked forever. J. Michael's Restaurant, Times Drive. The best seafood. Cola's beer. Wednesday, world famous J. Michael's spaghetti. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Chad goes with him. Jason Kovaleski used him. They had an emergency. Chad's unit broke down. They call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Jason and his crew gets out there. They fix it. And End of the story. Just a happy ending there. Made for a movie. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. We'll be right back with Chad Mitchell, and we hope to have the Arnold Martin head football coach. Just 1 second. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's here. The 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app version 2.0. Now featuring ultra high fidelity. You'll feel like you're in the game. Plus more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the south, and look for the high to be 93. Tonight there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 81 and a calm wind. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 6 miles per hour and the high of 94. Wednesday we'll have a high of 95 and sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Great design is timeless, and that's why Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves offers a stunning selection of vintage, antique, estate jewelry on sale now at 40% off. Exquisite Victorian rings, Art Deco diamond brooches, Georgian and Art Deco bracelets, earrings, and pendants. These one-of-a-kind pieces add personality to any ensemble, and now at 40% off. Find your timeless treasure at Tracy's Fine Jewelry inside Coin and Bullion Reserves.
What's that grin about?
I just took a load off my staff by hiring Fresh Start Cleaning Services.
How'd you manage that?
Fresh Start Cleaning Services allows our team to leave at the end of their shift and not have to stay and clean after a double. They're happy, and you should see the difference having a professional cleaner makes. Plus, now I know exactly how much the cleaning cost will be for the year.
Wow, that would make anyone smile.
You can call Fresh Start Cleaning Services at 850-771-6057.
If your neighbor, employer, or grandmother were traumatized by comments made on the Coach James Hale Show.
One thing people aren't saying a whole lot about, and I'll probably get in trouble,
but just wanted to take this moment to say, get bent. We're live from the J. Michaels Studio, ESPN Northwest Florida.
What movie? What movie? Is that a Good, Bad, and the Ugly?
I think it is.
I love that movie. God.
Yeah, that was good.
Bad, and the Ugly.
That's not my favorite one.
Dr. Mitchell, can we figure out who's the good, who's the bad?
That was great.
Ugly, right?
Yeah,
I love that song. That's awesome, man. My dad, that was crazy. What were you going to say? That's not your favorite?
My favorite movie from Clint Eastwood is The Outlaw, Josie Wales.
That was good.
I really like that movie.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Speaking of good ones, we got a good one on right now. The head football coach, Arnold High School, Coach Campbell. Coach, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, Coach. How are you?
I couldn't be better. Great to have you. Coach, can you believe we're getting ready to crank it up again?
It never seems. It amazes me how fast it comes back around.
Yeah, honest to God, as you get older, it just goes quicker. It's crazy. Hey, how was your summer? Everything pretty good?
Yeah, we had a really good summer. Really, kids put a lot of good hard work in, and I thought we got a lot accomplished for what we, asked them to do, and great attendance, and it was a good summer.
Good. Now, how's your beautiful wife, family? Everybody good?
Everybody's good. Good. My kids and my grandkids will be down in a couple of weeks. So I get to see them again. So football season again. Here we go.
All right, brother. Let's get into it. You got who do y'all open up with this week? I'm sorry, I should have it written down, but I don't.
We're at Tommy Oliver against Bay at 7 p.m.
Golly, I did not realize that. Week 1, Arnold Bay. That'll be a nice crowd. How has fall camp gone? Talk about the jamboree. Last time I looked, and I don't ever remember one of my jamborees. I don't know if I won. I don't know if I lost. I don't care because it didn't count. It's a learning experience for your team. Who did well for you? Who played pretty good in the jamboree? And talk about anybody get banged up and how you doing there.
Well, we did pretty good in the jamboree. For us, it was a lot of firsts. We're so young, so it was the first time a lot of those guys have been in live situations, which we tried to go do at a Cottondale the week before and got lightened out, which hurt us a little bit. I was hoping to get those things out of the way against Cottondale and not have to do them against Bozeman and Vernon. But we did anyhow, and went out with it. The kids played hard. I really was pleased with their effort. We don't have a lot of grasp on football knowledge and concept right now because we're so inexperienced. So that was a lot of what we saw on Thursday night. Kids played hard. Their effort was good. We had a lot of younger guys step up. We had a guy too with the flu, so that was kind of, didn't really go the way we wanted it to. But I was pleased with the way we got through it, other than I got one that's got a ding and he's getting evaluated today. So we'll see about him. And otherwise, we're just going to keep getting better and trying to grind. Again, we're really, really a young, inexperienced football team, but their attitude is awesome. They're great people. Our community's been such a good support behind them, and I'm just excited to see them grow and get better each week.
Did you get to play a lot of kids Thursday night?
Yeah, we rotated a bunch. And I like to say every kid got in, but I can't promise you that happened. I'm sure there's a few that didn't. But we tried to get at least the third teamers in, some of those JV guys that don't get as many reps in the fall on Friday nights. We try to get them into some live situations, before the JV series starts. So we did get a bunch of guys in the game, so that was good to see.
Coach, are you going to have 3 teams this year or just 2? I mean, most of the time we just had 2, varsity and JV. Is that what you're going to do this year?
Yeah, we just have 2. We don't have the numbers for 3. So,
okay.
Like I said, at one point we had on defense, in a regular varsity situation, we had 1 senior, 2 juniors, and the rest were freshmen and sophomores. So we're really, really young in certain areas.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have to figure out how to do the JV stuff with the guys playing 6 quarters a week. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a balance for us this year. But it's good for the future. I mean, we've got a lot of good kids in the program. We've got a lot of good young, talented kids. I think they're going to really mature and grow and be some great football players and great people.
All right, this is our first show. High school football is cranked up this week. We have all the coaches on talking about what's going on, who they're playing, where, when, and how. Big rivalry game, Bay-Arnold. But before we get into all this, let's talk about your coaching staff. Give some love to your coaches. Who you got working for you this year?
Well, I was very fortunate. I got to hire some guys this year. Dirk Strunks, my offensive coordinator, comes from Franklin County as the AD and former head football coach. I retained my offensive line coach, Coach Ash. Matt Duggar came on to be the assistant O-line coach. Landon Harley Wright come on to be our assistant D-line coach, along with Kurt Morgan, who was on the staff. Kevin Cox, who was a baseball coach at Franklin County, has come on to coach linebackers with me. Jeff Cooper, who's a former football coach from Alabama, from the Columbia area, he's come on to help me in the secondary, along with Brian Norman, who was with you and with around, been around a little bit and has been with us for a couple of years. Has done a great job. Coach Kirby's come on. He's a newbie. He's going to coach receivers with us. And then obviously my rock, Coach Hodge, my running backs coach, who does it all for us. He's still involved in the staff. So then we've got some other volunteer guys, Charles Nelson from the community, and a couple other people coming around. So we're excited. I mean, this is the first time I really had a full staff in the last 3 or 4 years. Mr. Smith's done an outstanding job of trying to help me get people on my staff, and we really feel good about where the staff is.
Yeah, you got a good staff. That's good people you're talking about right there. All right, give us some names, some players. Who's going to be some of the captains? Who are the guys you're looking forward to? Who's got to step up and help this year and perform well?
Well, I mean, with not a bunch of seniors, obviously we're going to look into some of the young kids, but our senior class, Robert Kinnick is one of our slot receivers. Finally turned, he's doing a great job for us. My man Stoney, our kicker, he's a nut, but he's one of our leaders. Believe it or not, the kids really look up to him. We've got some guys coming along on the offensive line. Jaden Foreman, who's played for us a couple of years, has done a good job. Caden Edwards is back out with us. He had some issues this summer with some work and stuff, so he's back with us playing nose guard. Johnny Mack Jones has moved in. He's going to be a junior inside linebacker for us. He's done a really good job. Daniel Hawley's a safety receiver who's moved back. He was from the community, moved back in from California last year. He's playing for us this year, doing a really good job. So we're excited that Darren Hale is going to be a slot receiver, DB for us. Has done a pretty good job. Chris Noble, our quarterback, and the backup quarterback, Will Cotter, has done a really good job. Chris got a little ding Friday night, so we're waiting to evaluate him. But Will stepped up in his shoes and really did a good job of filling in when Chris kind of got dinged and had to leave the game. So we're excited to see where that's going. again, we're just really young. We're just trying to figure out who's, what, where, when, and why. We was talking about that yesterday. So we're excited for the future.
Well, I tell you what, you do a great job of the way the kids go out and help out in the community. You do a great job with the kids in the classroom, and you do a really outstanding job getting kids to the next level to play college football with all your connections. What about this year? Do you have many kids that have a chance to maybe play Division II, Division III that can further play?
Well, obviously we're going to try to get all our seniors information out, and which we have done and are doing currently. To give them an opportunity. I always tell them there's a place to play in college football if you want to play. Now, you may have to travel, but there is a place to play, and how hard you want to commit and do it. So I would expect all those guys to have the opportunity if they want to. That's the thing. They got to decide they want to. It's a lot of work and time when it comes to college. And that's what people don't understand is not just playing the football part. You got to go to class and meetings, and they have your day planned out by the time you go to bed. Time you go to bed for 6-8 months of the year. So. I'm excited for those guys to have opportunities again. Yeah, we've put all that information out. My man Dwight Thomas, who is a legend there in North Florida and Panhandle, was at Scambia. He runs a recruiting service. He does a great job for us. Really helps us get our kids' stuff out. So I'm excited.
Yeah, he is a great man and a formerly great coach. All right, I want to ask you this. Your schedule last year was kind of brutal. It was tough. What's it look like this year?
Unfortunately, it's 2.0. we rinsed and repeated.
Oh my God!
We're instead of a home game last year, we're away this year. So
yeah, how many home games?
We've only got 4 home games. We have 4 home games this year.
Okay.
So we swapped the Jamboree up to Bozeman, so we only have 4 games. But we are playing home week 11 against against North Bay Haven. But we're home, but we're the visiting team because we share the stadium and that kind of situation. So,
yeah, I get it.
So actually, we're home 5 games. We're only listed as the home team 4.
And how many times you playing at Tommy Oliver this year? 2 or 3?
2.
2. Okay.
3.
Okay.
Excuse me. 3.
Okay.
Bay, Mosley, and Rutherford.
All right. Give everybody a rundown. Who's in the district?
We got Lincoln and Rickards. So they're very, very talented. They're both in Tallahassee. We play them in late in October. So they're on our roster, on our schedule. And we know they're there, but right now we're trying to, we're worried about Bay and worried about us trying to get better. Yeah. I think this is a football team that we attack our opponents with, trying to make sure we are doing what we need to be doing to get better each and every week. So we saw some things Thursday that we really got to address and fix, and that's what we're going to start working on this morning.
Give us a scout report on Bay. I know they're supposedly young this year, and I know they took it on the chin in the Jamboree, which who cares? That doesn't even matter. But give us a little scout report. What do you think about Bay High School?
They're very athletic. They're very well coached. Obviously, they graduated 28 seniors last year, so they're not as dominant on defense as they were last year, but they're still good. Don't want anybody to think that Bay High School is not a good football team, because they are. And I think they're going to, mature and become a really solid football team. I think they're kind of battling the quarterback position, trying to figure out who's going to play there. We're not sure who's going to start, so I think that we're going to have our P's and Q's in order and make sure we're aligned right and make sure we're playing hard. And the biggest thing with them is keeping leverage and angles, because they're so fast. We take a bad angle, they'll be around us before we know what to do. So that's going to be our focus, just try to be really disciplined on defense if we can and execute on offense.
Well, Coach Campbell, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. We'll talk to you next Monday, 7:15, the Arnold Marlin Update. Head football coach Campbell does a great job. A rivalry game, Tommy Oliver. What time, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock. Yes,
7 o'clock, this coming up Friday. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll talk to you next week, okay?
All right, Coach. Thanks. Go Marlins.
Bye-bye. Go Marlins. All right, I want to get something else in real quick, Chad. Arnold baseball is outstanding. We all know Moss is a stud. Got a full ride to Florida. Traveled all summer. But there's another baseball player there, Eli Blair, has gone out to all these different camps. This guy is unbelievable. He's almost 6'8". Comes from a great family. He is a superstar in baseball. He's got 40 offers so far this summer. 40.
It's all good for him.
He's going to Tennessee to visit up there, and they'll have him up for a football game. This is what I love about that. Him and his family go up and watch a really good Neyland Stadium, have a good time, visit with a baseball coach, but get to watch a football game. He's going to go to Clemson, watch a football game there, FSU, Florida, Central Florida. You name it, they're coming after him. He's going to take all these visits and have a great time. Proud of that boy now. He's doing a great job. I got a feeling Arnold baseball is going to be pretty special this year.
Hope so.
2 Division I pitchers on one team.
That's awesome.
I think they're going to be juniors. I think both will be juniors this year. I could be wrong on that. I think they'll both be juniors. But Eli Blair. Or what about Alabama and Southern Mississippi? We got to get them get these offers, and maybe we can persuade him to go there.
I'd love for Alabama's baseball team to be better. I mean, we thought they were going to do a little something this year.
Yeah,
I know.
Coach.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get some love out
the
of
interim coach stayed.
All you Bama fans, let's make a call to Tuscaloosa and say, we got some player down here they need to look at. Eli Blair can play. Comes from a good daddy and good mama, too. I saw his dad. He's walking around with his daughter. I think, where are they at? Sam's, I think. Good-looking daughter there. All right. How much time we got, brother? We got to go. All right, Chad. I already asked about how to get up with you. Let's ask about some of our other great people we got. How do we get up with El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill? We go right across the street from the Navy base. That's what we do. They got lunch specials Monday through Friday. They got happy hour 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Buy one, get one free. Tell them Coach Hale sent you. Have a great time. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill. Also, oh my God, I'm so happy. That Cajun place is open at 10 o'clock on Saturdays and Sundays. You don't understand. In the past, you had to wait outside. They'd unlock that door. Everybody scrambled to try to get to their favorite place to watch the college football games.
So they're opening up earlier?
Oh, yeah. We got a brunch on. The brunch is always on a Sunday. Get out of church, go there and have brunch, whatever you want. Have a great time. Watch the NFL games. Watch the Saints. Watch whoever's playing. TV's everywhere. But now, the big draw. SEC football, ACC football, Big Ten football. All they ask you to do, wear your colors, wear your Alabama. Chad goes in there with Central Florida shirt on all the time instead of an Alabama. So you can tell he's fake. He's fake.
I feel he pick on you.
He loves picking on me. Yeah. A wildlife Willie.
He gives money. That's pretty good. Tell me what you meant by that.
So Julie Hale, during that first segment, of course, this is the coach's wife, sends me a text calling him Wildlife Willie. He's got a bear with a guitar singing while he's talking about this bear on the air. I love Julie Hale. Yeah. She's awesome.
Kill a bear.
Yeah,
keeps him in line.
Was that Cocaine Bear?
Wildlife Willie is. we're going to have the Wildlife Willie segment from now on.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear. Anyway, that looked like that bear was feeling pretty good.
I think he was singing Hot Tub.
Yeah, really. Oh
my God.
Get to the Cajun place. Get to the Cajun place early. Get there at 10. We're open for brunch. Get in there and watch Lee put his hat on. Hope he puts the Alabama hat on quite a bit this year. But get out and have a great time. Wear who you love, wear it. LSU, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, whatever you are, wear it proudly. Have a great time. Looking forward to seeing everybody down there. It's our tradition. We'll be there that first Saturday. Cannot wait. That Cajun place. All right. We'll be right back. Chad Mitchell. FSU, what's going on in Tallahassee?
And we'll have a trivia question.
Yes, we will. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
That ball is going to be out of here.
America's team plays here.
Bombs away.
The Atlanta Braves are back and making a statement.
Ronald Acuna just clobbered one to left.
Listen to Atlanta Braves baseball in a rich audio experience live on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Here comes the thunder.
Sponsored by Gilbert Kia, reliable hydraulic solutions, Mid-South Lumber, Stormore Potable Buildings, and Park Pest Control.
Take your next adventure in an eco-friendly, all-electric Kia EV6 that gives you the movement that inspires. You can live fully charged while saving now and down the road on fuel costs. Schedule a test drive today and explore the electrified Kia vehicles at Bilbert Kia. You have to drive it to believe it. Now offering $7,500 EV lease bonus when you lease a new 2023 Kia EV6 wind electric all-wheel drive for 36 months. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology with a performance that minimizes the impact of our environment. Bilbert Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. See us today at 2435 East 15th Street or BillbertKia@PanamaCity.com. We make it easy to switch to EV ownership and give you the peace of mind you can trust. Close-in lease based on a new 2023 Kia EV6, model number EN5452. No security deposit required. $7,500 EV lease bonus not available for cash. Subject to credit approval, dealer participation, and vehicle availability. $49.99 due and signing for a well-qualified lease and see dealer for complete details. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bilbert Kia warranty. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 9523.
Chuck was terrible at fishing. He spent many frustrating hours attempting to get results he saw from internet videos, aggravating trial and error fishing trips, and misguided advice from well-intended friends. Chuck is happy now with his newfound success after he visited Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle, where we keep fishing fun, simple, and successful. See us soon at Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle, located directly off Highway 98 on the west end of Panama City Beach.
For everything in the world of golf, it's the Watson Report. Thursdays at 4:20 with Alan Watson from Golf Plus. ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
Florida State. Woo! I didn't do it right, but anyway, I did. Hey, Griff was in here Friday, did a great job. Our state representative did a wonderful job talking about FSU, LSU. I can't wait, man. We're a week from not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday. I cannot. The biggest game, week 1 in college football. LSU, FSU, 2 top teams in the top 7 in the country. Cannot wait. Chad Mitchell. Our FSU update is brought to you by John and Charlotte. Get out to Newbies, have a wonderful time. Newbies 2 on the Curve. It's been remodeled. It's absolutely gorgeous inside. TVs everywhere, pool tables. Get in there and watch all these college NFL football games. Have a wonderful time. Tell them Coach sent you. But then again, on Friday nights, you know where you're going to wind up. You're going to have a good time. You're going to wind up at the mothership. And Charlotte makes sure she demands the best, and she gets what she wants, believe me. They'll have the best bands in the Southeast every Friday and Saturday night. Go have a great time out there and tell them Coach sent you. I got a lot of former players, actually trainers that were on our staff and worked with us. They work at Newbies, and they have a great time. And you will, too, at Newbies. What do you got for us today on FSU?
Well, the first thing, I want to kind of throw out a trivia question for everybody to think on. We're going to have you answer it.
Sure.
But we'll throw this trivia question out there.
Let's throw it.
Are you going to give him the answer first?
No, I'm not going to give him the answer. We're going to wait. We're going to wait.
This is a walking computer. I'm a walking computer.
It'll be here hopefully in a few minutes. Anyway, yeah, we know how smart you are, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
So don't answer. We'll get back to it here when we get on this part of the FSU segment. But so which Big Ten team has never beaten FSU or Florida? In other words, Florida and FSU are both undefeated against this one Big Ten team.
Right. I'll be honest with you. I was going to say Michigan, but I know that's not true because Michigan beat them. Hey, we got to also, I also throw out a little trivial thing. We're going to have the trip to Daytona, right? What time are we going to do it now?
About 8:45. We're going to give you a code word. Remember that code word? Yeah. Call in the afternoon underdogs when they tell you, when they pull your name.
Got to pay attention.
Do it quick, because that's your qualifying time.
Yeah.
That's how you win the tickets.
Man, that'd be nice. That'd be fun. If you haven't been, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. Daytona.
All right, let's get back to FSU. Let's get off Daytona. Let's get on some real stuff. Let's get into college football.
So they had a big scrimmage this weekend. FSU did.
Last one.
Yeah. And, trying to shore up the pieces. Obviously, the focus now is going to be on LSU. It's been getting proper players in the right places, making sure the offense and defense are functioning as a unit, all those things. And, of course, Norvell had some really good things to say. One of the things he really commented on was the offensive line and the depth there. They feel like they have 8 good offensive linemen. 8 good ones.
Rotate them in.
Right. And that was part of his discussion. Travis, obviously, doing really, really well, but they're not just looking at Travis. They need a good backup. So, they're giving time to Rodemaker, Glenn, Duffy, trying to figure out, okay, who's going to be our backup guy behind Travis if we need to bring a backup guy in any particular game. That's looking better and better. Travis is looking phenomenal. He's being what everybody knows he can do. He's doing that in these scrimmages. And so a lot of positives there for FSU. Fans ought to be excited about what FSU is going to bring to that LSU game. Believe it or not, they're in a kicker battle. So they got a kicker battle going on. Fitzgerald and Keltner, I hope that's how you say it. these two guys are going at it for the starting job. So anyway, there's that going on. And obviously the defense, the linebackers have really stepped up, and they feel like they're better than they were last year. They were pretty good last year, but they've stepped up even better. Now, obviously, the focus shifts towards LSU playing LSU. The focus shifts towards LSU, and obviously that's what will happen here. The next 2 weeks will be devoted towards focusing on that game and figuring out what they need to do to win that game.
Yeah, camp's over. Now we focus on week one.
Yeah. So I thought we'd, since we kind of beat up on all the teams for the last couple of weeks about, teams they have losing records against, that kind of thing, I thought we would do a segment on, okay, who are our teams undefeated against?
Well, we need to tell everybody what they're going to win. If you get this correct, you get a free operation by Chad.
Free operation.
If you want a new hip, you want a new knee, shoulder, I think that's pretty good.
They can't fix ugly, Coach.
Thank you.
He's a miracle worker.
Hey, I was pretty at one time. I was pretty at one time. All right.
Sure you were.
As far as you know.
Just ask him.
As far as you know.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute.
Okay,
this
what is
team,
the trivia question?
This team.
It's bothering you, isn't it?
I'm trying to think. So, is it a big name team?
Big
a
Ten.
big name?
That's the only hint I'm giving you. It's what Big Ten team?
Well, there's like 14 teams in there.
I get it.
Well,
I get it.
guesses.
But you know, which Big Ten team has never beaten FSU or Florida? Ever. They have lost every time they've played them.
I got to say the Buckeyes.
Who you say, John?
There's got to be something that's Ohio State. It's got to be the Buckeyes.
No.
Maybe
Buckeyes
Penn
are
State.
too good. I'll go with Penn State.
Oh, you heard me
will.
say that.
Yeah. Well, no,
be original.
There's like Big Ten teams that just don't pay much attention.
Yeah, I know. This kind of weak league. Yeah.
But I didn't think
it doesn't mean
Ohio.
much up there. Just doesn't mean much. I'm going to say Buckeyes. I'm going to say the Buckeyes.
Michigan Eddie says the Buckeyes. He just texted in.
Hey, I think let's ban him for football season. Can we ban Michigan
banning
Eddie?
him for?
Let's just ban
They
him.
can't even beat TCU. We need him on the show.
Michigan's pathetic. That's a little minor league team. Who was it?
Ohio State.
I get a free operation. All
Free
right,
operation.
man.
Yeah, brain surgery scheduled for tomorrow.
How are
John.
you with hands?
We're working on your brain first.
We got a caller?
Yeah, we got
to take this call. Good morning.
Hey, yes, this is Jack Patterson.
Hey, Jack.
How you doing?
How you feeling today?
I'm doing good, man. Doing great.
Good.
Turn the radio down, Pat.
I'm glad you're feeling good.
I just want to call in, take a wild guess at the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Ohio State's what I think.
Yeah, that's the answer.
He was calling before you guys
Right,
did.
exactly. Yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah.
Ohio State has never beaten Florida State
Ohio State's
or
great
Florida.
till they get to have to play an SEC school or a team down south. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, ACC, same thing.
So anyway, I mean, Michigan Eddie
They ever
out
beat
there,
Clemson?
right? Yeah.
Is Ohio State Where's Jim Brandt?
I have to look
Jason
it up.
Kovaleski.
Y'all there?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Hey, I was supposed to call in about so bad. I think FSU's gonna be really great this year.
I hope so, man. I can't wait. Who wins, Jack? LSU, FSU, week 1, Sunday. The whole world's watching. Who gets it done?
I believe Florida State, because I'm an FSU fan.
There you go.
I'll be at the game too. So.
Well, you be careful, man. Thank you so much for calling, Jack.
Okay, thank you, man.
Bye, buddy. All right, we got 2 winners, and we get 2 free operations. I think that's a good deal. Good deal. All right, Shay, what do you guess for?
Do you want to hear the teams?
I would love to.
All right, so here's the team. All of the teams that Florida State is undefeated against.
Yeah.
I will point out the ones where how can I say this? The bigger teams that actually have more than one loss. Most of these are like 1-loss teams.
Right.
Some of them are cupcake teams that have 3 losses to FSU. I mean, there's no sense in pointing some of that out. So the first one, they're undefeated against is Alabama Birmingham. They're 3-0 against them.
Okay.
Brigham Young.
Wow. Okay.
Cincinnati, they're 6-0 against Cincinnati.
Should be.
Right. Colorado, 3-0.
Yep.
Duke, East Carolina. They're 21-0 versus
Duke has
Duke.
never beaten Florida State.
It's what it says here.
Okay.
Football
now.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Right.
Duke has never beaten them. They're 21-0 according to this. East Carolina, Furman, George Washington, Idaho, Indiana. They're 1-0. Kansas State, they're 3-0 against Kansas State.
Okay.
Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Monroe. They're actually 3-0 against Louisiana Monroe.
They got a good record against LSU too, I believe.
They do. They're like 8-2 against LSU. Yeah. Massachusetts, Michigan State, 2-0 against Michigan State.
And that other wimpy team up there.
They're 1-0 against Navy.
Yes.
Nevada, New Mexico.
That's Michigan 80 also.
Yeah, Nevada, New Mexico State, North Texas.
Michigan 80 just hangs with losers. You notice that? I mean, they can't play sports, those teams he likes.
Northern Illinois.
Yes.
Ohio State, obviously we mentioned.
Yes, talk to me.
Rice,
Amen.
Richmond.
Yes.
Southern Cal, 2-0.
Wow.
2-0 against Southern Cal. Southern Illinois.
Yes.
Temple. They are 4-0 against Texas A&M.
Ooh.
4-0 against Texas A&M. Texas State, Toledo, Troy, 1-0 against Troy.
What was Southern Mississippi?
I got that somewhere. Let me see if I can go back and find it. Anyway, Tulsa, UCLA, they're 1-0 against UCLA. Utah State, they're 1-0. Virginia Military Institute, that's VMI. West Virginia, Western Michigan, Wichita State, and Wisconsin, they're 1-0. And it seems like, let's see.
So this is teams they've never lost to.
Yeah, they've never lost to these teams.
Well, they've
That's
lost.
the whole point.
Southern Miss won't be on there because they lost to them big time.
So
Miss put a beat down.
They're on here somewhere, and I've got to.
No.
Such a long list.
We have beaten them bad. Yeah.
But anyway,
Are we over? We got to take a break. Hold your FSU update for a second. That's pretty impressive. And Bobby Bowden's probably the reason for 90% of those things.
They're 3-1 against Penn State, just so you know.
Yeah.
1-1-1. My bad. 1-1-1 against Penn State.
I knew Ohio State had lost big games to Florida, national championship games, so I kind of thought it was them. And I knew Bobby would take care of them. Bobby owns Michigan and Ohio State, no doubt about that. Michigan, Eddie.
Yeah, they are 12-2 against Southern Miss.
12 what?
12-2-1.
Thank you, Chad. That was good.
I burst his bubble, John.
Yeah, that was sweet. All right, Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. Matter of fact, I'm going there tomorrow. Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. You want the best barbecue you can get anywhere?
On the boat this weekend.
Is that
man.
Great
They
food?
fixed it up in individual little things for me. Put some buns in there, all the condiments in a bag. All I had to do was throw it in the cooler.
Okay. You have a great time? Did y'all have a really good time?
Yeah, we had ate good.
I tell you what, you know the thing about Rudy's we keep forgetting? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You don't go have Saturday morning, go have breakfast down there real early in the morning, pumped up, get ready to go for the games. Get down to Rudy's Barbecue, have a great time. Don't forget, now they cater. You can have a big get-together, a big party. Call Rudy's Barbecue. They do a great job. You'll love it. If you never have used them as being catered, you will absolutely love it. Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. Also, don't forget about Newbies. Appreciate John Charlotte for the update. Get out of Newbies. Have a great time. Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Pat will be in here tomorrow. Love Pat, the city commissioner at Lynn Haven. Owns Beef O'Brady's. Great time. Wednesday, 10 wings, drink, and a side for under $10. That's every Wednesday. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. Florida Gators, Chad Mitchell. What a combination. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're taking the inside track.
Nashville should be the capital of Tennessee, not Memphis.
You heard it here first?
Memphis, man, I got some stories about Memphis. I used to be, we used to play the Redbirds right there, and, close enough where you had to walk. After the games, I'm like,
He said,
oh, man.
Join Ryan Mulvey.
Thank you very little.
Middays 11 to 1 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the south, and look for the high to be 93. Tonight, there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 81 and a calm wind. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 6 miles per hour and the high of 94. Wednesday, we'll have a high of 95 and sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Barbaritos lets you say yes to fresh. If you don't know what to eat or where to get it, well, fret no more. Barbaritos is here to help with its healthy menu, offering 7 meals with less than 500 calories. Barbaritos has lots of healthy options made with farm fresh food. Your health and your family's health matters to us. Come eat healthy at Barbaritos, 23rd Street in the Stanford Station Shopping Center near Academy Sports. Barbaritos, food, community, people. Are you looking for wellness items, a natural way to help build your immune system, or items to bring comfort to your home? Come experience the difference that Boho Beach Soles can make. Boho Beach Soles in Pier Park is a small, family, and veteran-owned business, offering a wide variety of organic, all-natural, vegan, and soy products. Everyone deserves to feel their best, and Boho Beach Soles is committed to providing the highest quality products and services. Their passionate team is dedicated to helping people live healthier, happier lives. Boho Beach Soles, 200 Bluefish Drive, Suite 110, Pier Park. Hashtag no one fights alone.
It moves fast. The High School Spotlight. Weekdays at 5:40.
Let's do it.
Sponsored by Barbaritos. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Gators. We were with Dr. Chad Mitchell today, and he does have the Florida update. Just did FSU, did an outstanding job. Educated us on the wins and losses of FSU. Now he will educate you today in the proper techniques of Florida being undefeated. What say you, Dr. Chad Mitchell? What do you got for us?
Well, first off, we need to talk about, Florida scrimmage this weekend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a little bad news. This running back, Cam Carroll, has a knee injury. I mean, the assumption is it's an ACL.
He's out for
but
the
they
year,
just say, knee ligament. He's out for the year.
I hate that for him.
He had 1,638 yards last year with Tulane. He was, slated to possibly be the third string back, but you know how
good fall camp,
right? But you know how FSU used all their backs last year, right? Mm-hmm. This was going to be a good stallion in the stable, so to speak. For their running game.
You got a stallion calling you right now.
Oh, really? We got another caller.
Got a caller. Good morning.
Go Bully Trucks here. Bring up questions back to Kendall. Hey, he talks about banning me because I'm smarter than you, and I got that question from Dr. Chad right. Well, it's not the first time I've been banned off something, Coach. Just make it, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
Hey, I'm talking. He didn't get anything right. I'm the one that got the question right, correct?
No, I'm the one that got it right. I texted
you didn't call.
Dr. Mitchell.
Oh, did he text you and say that?
John, what are we going to do with these children?
The rolling on the field is.
I didn't see your text. Did he text? Did he?
I told you he text.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he literally said it on the air. Michigan Eddie said Ohio State. He just texted me.
Okay.
So clean out your ears with the Q-tips, man.
Golly.
I'm
focused on something else.
Hey, Michigan Eddie, that might be his free surgery.
yeah, that might be.
Well, let's see how good you are in Florida. Okay, all right. Let's get you through Florida. See if you stay on the line with us. All right. Now, the scrimmage went pretty good except for the injury.
Yeah, except for Cam Carroll.
That's terrible.
Right. So, we talked about FSU earlier, and what I didn't get around to mentioning is they're very healthy.
Yeah.
They're one of the teams that are very healthy coming into this first game. Florida's a little banged up. Obviously, they wish they had this back, but obviously they've got Johnson and Etienne that they know are going to, hope carry them here.
Oh, yeah.
You'd like to have three good backs, and, with Cam being out, obviously, they don't really have that. They've got some other backups they can go to, that kind of thing. Hopefully, somebody will step up.
Yeah, they were counting on this kid to help them out.
Yeah. So,
all right, what do you got today? What do you got in the win-loss thing? I want to hear this.
Oh, you want me to get to that?
I want to see what I can get.
Well, first, I want to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Michigan screws everything up. Go ahead and finish. I blame him.
Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is, their backup quarterback. I mean, they're looking at this Micah Leon, who's a graduate student. He's like a 7-year senior. He's come to graduate school.
Sounds like me.
Just what you hear, he's wanting to be a coach, that kind of thing. Well, he's their backup, and he's doing really, really well. Or I say they're looking for the proper backup.
Right.
And this guy's really stepping up. So it sounds like Napier is very, very excited about this Leon kid. He's doing really, really well. So those are some of the things from this fall camp. Obviously, they're getting ready for Utah.
Do you know their starting quarterback was ranked the top 10 in the country?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, Graham Mertz.
He must be pretty doggone good.
Yeah. So they think this Micah Leon is probably going to be his backup. He's played before. He's got some experience. Although not at this level, but they're just saying he's really got a good head on him. So, and he's probably going to be a coach in the future, just based on what they're saying. So, now to Florida's past history here and who they are undefeated against. Obviously, Ohio State was the trivia question.
Yeah, why don't you ask Michigan Eddie and I a question? Let me embarrass him because I know he doesn't know football like we do.
Well, you want me to just make one up with what I got right here?
Go ahead. Go do what you were doing. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
Here are the teams that Florida, and there's a lot of these that they are undefeated against.
Absolutely.
Air Force, Akron.
Whoa, go back. Which one?
Air Force.
There you go. Michigan Eddie.
1-0 versus Air Force.
Did he hang up? I can't hear him.
He's still there. He's just behaving.
No, I can't. Which is good. I can't hear him.
Akron, Alabama, Birmingham, Ball State, Baylor, Bowling Green State, Cal State Fullerton, California 2-0 against them, Central Michigan, Cincinnati 2-0 against Cincinnati, Colorado State, Drake, Duquesne, East Carolina, Eastern Michigan, Florida Atlantic, Florida International, George Washington, Hampton Sydney. I don't think I've ever heard of them. Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas State, Kent State, Louisiana Tech, Louisiana Monroe, Loyola Marymount, Marshall, Massachusetts, Middle Tennessee State.
That's Glenn.
Yeah. That's, Glenn Manley School.
Yeah.
They're 2-0 against Middle Tennessee State. They should be, though. New Mexico State, Newberry, North Texas, Northern Illinois, Northwestern, Ohio State.
Yes,
2-0
Buckeye boy.
They're 2-0 against
Where's
Ohio
Jason?
State.
Where's Jim?
So FSU's 3-0 against Ohio State, just so people know the records there.
And that's the face of the Big Ten, Ohio State Buckeyes. That is the Big Ten. That's
True.
Pretty
There's
impressive.
some truth there.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Oregon, they're 1-0. Penn State. Florida is 3-0 against Penn State.
It's the Big Ten.
3-0
they can't compete against us.
Penn State. Presbyterian, Richmond. I tell you, this is a long list.
Right. We got time. Go ahead. It's only 2 hours.
San Jose State, South Florida, Southern Mississippi. They are 5-0 against Southern Mississippi. Your Golden Eagles are not very golden.
We were hurt.
You were hurt by that time of the season.
We had a lot of injuries.
Again, they're 5-0 against Southern Mississippi.
Thank you, Chad.
The Citadel, they are 11-0 against the Citadel. Utah, they are 2-0.
Whoa. What? 2-0?
2-0 against Utah.
Hey, breaking news. It's going to be 3-0, guys. It's going to be 3-0 on a Thursday night. Wait and see.
Virginia, they're 2-0 against. Virginia Tech, they're 2-0 against. Wake Forest, they're 4-0 against.
There you go.
West Texas A&M, Western Kentucky, Western Michigan, Woolford, Wyoming, they are 2-0 against, and that's the list. That's a lot of teams.
Now, I will say this: we lost to Michigan week 1 out in Dallas. Nobody knew that Florida was going for. Everybody on the team had the flu and everything else wrong with them, So it was a joke that he never even play because we were sick, but we did lose to Michigan. Is he on there? No, I can't hear him.
I think he's there. I think he's trying to chime in, but I think the Air Force has got his signal
They
jammed.
cut his phone?
They probably got his signal jammed.
That's part of it.
I'm here. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I didn't hear
Can you hear? I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
You guys are yapping about your list and stuff, so I'm being good. I don't want to get banned off of here. You know what I mean?
Hey, what do you think about that? How all these SEC schools dominate Big Ten
And then you're making excuses for Michigan keeping their teeth out in Jerry World. Oh, they were sick. Give me a break.
Everybody knew that. We just didn't tell anybody.
Oh Lord,
we had a rash.
Whatever. You got to play the game.
Yeah, but seriously, Michigan, how come you guys can't compete with the SEC? What is it? Just you're not manly enough, or what? Is it speed, physical? I mean, you're not physical enough. What is it?
How does a retired athletic director get involved in all this?
Retired athlete. What are you talking about?
Because he said we're not manly enough. How does he get involved in all this?
Good job. I like that, Michigan. Hey, listen, appreciate the call. Thank you for calling.
Hey.
What? Go ahead.
Hey, did you see the local high school football scores from Friday night?
No, I didn't. You want to give us run them down?
Well, I know, let's just say Niceville wasn't kind of Bay.
Just tell us the score. You just brought it up. Bring it up. Why would you bring it up? Why would you bring it up if you don't know the score?
I just got saying is that they had Friday scrimmages, and big county schools have some work to do. So that's what I got to say.
Let me ask you, when's the last time a jamboree? Who remembers what happened in a jamboree? Do they count for your record? No.
No, these are high school scrimmages. I'm not talking about the PYFA jamboree, Coach. I'm talking about scrimmages on Friday.
They don't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not count. What does it matter? Why did you even bring it up?
Because on the people's call, it's my job to report the news, the truth.
All right. How much time we got? We gotta go. Hey, Michigan, I love you. Great call. We're hanging up. Peace.
I speak the truth, man.
Peace be with you.
Hey, let's make Big County football great again. Hey, high school players, new week, new practice. Get ready for your opening games coming up. Let's go.
Roll Tide.
You know what I mean?
You got me
Come on,
pumped
man.
up. Yes. I'm pumped
Let's go,
up.
all of you. Every single one of you.
That first week of football is huge, man. We got LSU playing FSU, and we got Michigan playing who? Eastern Central Carolina?
East Carolina.
Eastern Central Carolina.
Oh, here's a trivia question for you, Coach. What legendary football coach graduated from Wofford and went on to coach a major D1 program?
Where did he coach at?
I mean, you got to know who I'm talking about. If you know me, you should know who I'm talking about.
Bo Schembechler.
Oh, Lord have mercy. He went to Miami of Ohio and then played under Coach Hayes and coached with him.
But before he got there, he went to that other school. All right, we got to go. Thank you, Miss Gay. Appreciate it.
General DeBerry, Fisher DeBerry, Air Force Academy legend. Later. I'm out. See you. Go Blue, baby. I'm out.
Oh, my God. Anyway, 1 in 5 develop skin cancer. Doesn't look right, feel right. Go see Dr. Ward. We need to take Michigan A there. He's got offices throughout Northwest Florida. The guy does an incredible job. Call, make an appointment. He will take care of you. Dr. Ward will be on Wednesday, 7:30. Can't wait to hear about him. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Go see Jason Kovaleski. 2 great locations, 23rd Street and Pier Park. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli, the best pizza, bakery, and deli you'll get anywhere. 3 restaurants and 1 retired police officer right there on Thomas Drive. Go support him. The guy's incredible. All right, we'll be right back. What you've been waiting for. Roll Tide, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida has the real local fishing report. Hi, this is Tim from Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle. Join me every Friday at 4:20 during the afternoon Underdogs. It's accurate, detailed content from local anglers, plus fishing updates on Saturday and Sunday morning right when you hit the water. Advice and stories from local anglers. Tune into the Bay Breeze Bait and Tackle Fishing Report, exclusively on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the south, and look for the high to be 93. Tonight there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 81 and a calm wind. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 6 miles per hour and the high of 94. Wednesday will have a high of 95 and sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Have you ever noticed that when the afternoon light hits your floors, you can see everything, including dust?
So much dust.
And that floor dust gets kicked up into the air, compromising the quality of air you and your family breathe. Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper is the fast and easy way to clean your floors with ultra-thick pads that trap and lock dust before it gets in the air. Just a couple minutes a day.
And dust is gone.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper. Proud partner of the American Lung Association.
The Atlanta Braves play here.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John, ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
Not after spicier food,
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Closer and closer to Alabama football. Alabama football brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. You know, Jason had a problem the other day, Chad. His business, everything screwed up. He called Stevenson Air Conditioning. He called Jason. They get out there, they get that thing working perfectly, and it feels great again. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. We save so much money by buying a brand new unit there. It's incredible. We kept one forever because I hate spending money. But when I wish I'd have known this, every time you get a new one, that power bill goes down because it runs better. They do a great job. They really, truly do a great job. Trad went up with them. Jason, everybody I know goes with Stevenson Air Conditioning. Locals, taking care of locals in Northwest Florida. Make sure you have any problems, call Stevenson Air Conditioning. All right, Alabama had their second and final scrimmage of the fall camp. Nick Saban basically said that they want the players, one of the main purposes of camp, getting the players to play consistent winning football every time they walk on the football field. That's really basically what you want done coming out of fall camp. Hey, you know, the players have to trust one another, know they can count on them, do what they're supposed to do it, and do it playing consistent winning football. They talked about they've made improvement in the camp. He says it's been really hot, which is good. That's a good thing. They've had to overcome some adversity. That creates discipline, mental toughness, physical toughness, and that's what it's all about, Chad, getting through camp, and they've done it. They're through it. They asked him, too, about, football's supposed to be fun. He goes, really, truly, practice is not a whole lot of fun, but winning is fun. When you win a football game, there's nothing like it. And Alabama does a pretty good job winning football games under Nick Saban. So you go through this process, the end results, you win at Alabama. He got on the receivers pretty hard after the first scrimmage, talked about drop passes and things of that nature, route running and all this kind of stuff. This Saturday, what do you have to say? He thought they've really improved. They've made improvement, no doubt about that. They played faster. They know they got confidence. They know what they're doing, and they're not dropping the football. He said that's really good. That's good for the players. That's good for the receivers, and it's good for the quarterbacks, knowing they can deliver the ball and the kids are going to catch the football. So it didn't have many drops in Saturday's practice. He felt better about the wide receivers. They said they made improvement in the passing game. If they're good, if they can throw the football this coming up here, they're going to be really, really good. They made the guys catching the ball, quarterbacks throwing the ball. Did you see his interview when they asked about the quarterback?
No, I did not.
Oh my God, it was pretty good. Let me see if I got it. He's anyway. They're more consistent in what they're doing on the offense side of the ball, which is a good thing. Now, here's what he said about if I can find it. Give me a second, find it. Where is it at? Oh. he said, the coach, quarterback, this is what I saw. This is what Nick Saban said. This is what I saw. They all took snaps. They all completed some passes. They all made some throws that weren't that good. And they all got sacked. That's what I saw. That's exactly what he did. Jamie had it on his show. That's exactly what he said. I mean, nothing. I mean, they all took, what did you see? Well, I saw them. They all took snaps. They all made some nice throws. They all made some throws they wish they had back.
Right, yeah.
And they all got sacked. That was all and that was it. That's all he said about the quarterback. He doesn't want to talk about it.
No, he doesn't.
I take that back. Lonergan, I think it's a kid, Dylan Lonergan. I think he's a freshman quarterback. He did praise him a little bit, which kind of maybe keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on this kid.
So what did he say about him?
He said, Nick doesn't say something ain't right.
Right, yeah.
He did a really good job. He's got great ability.
Wow.
Great potential.
Wow.
He just needs experience.
Wow.
But he was pretty high on him.
Wow. That's amazing.
He's a talented guy. We want to continue to try to develop him. So watch out for Lonergan. I think that's how you say it.
Lonergan.
Yeah, keep an eye on him. Milroe, they probably beat Milroe week 1.
Yeah, it's because of experience.
I got a call from somebody. There is if you're a big-time trustee, a big-time busher, you get privileges. You get to go away, watch a few things. And anyway, I'm going to say this was not from a coach. This was not from anybody like that. But I did hear that this Longerman kid could be the guy. Then I heard that Simpson was doing pretty good. And then I heard, the quarterbacks look terrible. So I don't know what to believe. I really don't know what to believe. I don't know what's going on up there. I don't.
Well, just, what I'm hearing is that all of them are doing really well. That's the problem. That's what I'm hearing. I mean, they all make mistakes, right? Saban doesn't want mistakes. That's why he mentions, they all threw some passes that he
consistency.
He wants consistency,
every
right?
Play.
But they're all very high level talent. And there's an article this weekend about 3 other freshmen on the team at different positions that may contribute first thing this year.
I got that.
You got that too? You coming up? Is that what's coming up next?
No, that's all right. Let me tell you this.
I'm just trying to add to the conversation.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm stealing his thunder now. Wow. I mean, who'd have thought?
I mean,
just that look on his fear, the look of fear on his face.
Can you believe it? I mean, he looked at my paper and then started saying what I was going to say. I did the notes. I got the cheat sheet, and now he's just taking
Wildlife
credit for it.
Willie. He's got his stories going.
When he was going through medical school, he sat right beside me. Unbelievable. Hey, he talked about 3 outside linebackers that have experience, that played a lot of ball games, and doing pretty well. So outside linebackers you'd think will be pretty good. He talked about the offensive line. He said, we've made a lot of it. This is pretty good for Nick to say this. We've made a lot of improvement with the offensive line. These guys are doing good. They moved him around a lot. They're trying. Yeah. He's always done that. He moves around. I don't care if you play guard, tackle, whatever you play, and you got to have a backup center. So he shuffles that line around quite a bit.
Giving them a little adversity.
Yeah, they're trying to find the best 5 that can get on the field and play winning football. And he's starting to talk pretty good about it. I think at one time he said we have 6 or 7 that can play pretty good, and you need 10 up front that can play like that. So hopefully we'll get to that magical number where they got too deep across the board. But right now he feels pretty good. Left offensive tackle base talking about that. He didn't really get into details about that, but he said the offensive line is improving, which is a good thing. Now they switched gears to the defensive line. He made a point about it. He said, look, I'm never satisfied with the defense, period. They can always be better. He's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
That's what he believes in. That's what Alabama's known for, always has been. But the defensive line, I think there's a lot of guys you don't even know who they are. I've heard they're pretty good. I heard they're pretty deep.
They're being coached by Kevin Steele.
Right, new defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But with the defensive line, if they're really good up front like that, Georgia's been really good up front. You win championship games with an offensive line, defensive line.
Yes.
And I do. 2 years ago, the recruit was unbelievable. They've got players, a couple of names you won't even know, but you'll know them as the year goes on. He said, now he did say this, we do have to do a better job stopping the run. We got to do a good job in the running game, which makes me feel good if Alabama's being able to run the ball like they want with the offensive line he's been bragging on. So this could be a good thing. But he's never satisfied with the defense side of the ball whatsoever. We have to be stronger. We got to be stouter. We got to get off blocks. And I know what he's talking about there. Get your hands on them. Keep them off your body. Get rid of the blocker. Shed the blocker. Get to the ball. Play gap. He talks about gap control, knowing what gaps you have and get the job done. He said we got to do a better job on our stunts. We cannot have two guys in the same pass lane gap. We got to be able to know what we're doing, execute it properly, and don't beat ourselves. So evidently they must have blew a couple of assignments there. Then they asked him again about the running backs. That true freshman, that 5-star kid is unbelievable. Hayes, he's had some injuries and didn't practice the last couple of days. Chad, let me ask you, when you get a quad contusion in your quad, that's painful. Yeah. How long are you going to be out with that?
Well, so first off, if you ever get a quad contusion, you want to keep that leg in flexion overnight because it can get stiff. The muscle can get stiff. So that's one of the things that's not really known about by a lot of coaches and the trainers.
And by that you mean inflection,
meaning knee flexed. Well, no, you keep them flexed overnight because to keep the quad stretched out. Because it will contract and it'll kind of scar in, so to speak.
How long will he be out with this?
That could bother him the rest of the season, but hopefully he's back in a couple of weeks. It just really depends. It depends on the severity and those kind of things. I mean, you would hope he had his stop pads on.
Yeah, we need this guy, especially for the Texas game. We're going to need him. He's a real deal. All right, Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Anytime, day or night, call Stevenson. They're there for you. South Oak Title and Closing. Chuck does such a wonderful job. All real estate needs. Do what the big-time realtors do. Call Chuck. South Oak Title and Closing for all real estate closing. They do an incredible job. Turf Pro Pest Control. Patrick and his group do an unbelievable job. You want that yard to look absolutely gorgeous. We use them, and our yard looks like totally different now. No weeds. It's beautiful. It does look like a golf course. It really does. Turf Pro Pest Control. Pat does a great job. Give them a call. They'll come out and take care of all your problems. I guarantee that. RobotMD.com. Chad Mitchell. I need a bill. Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. Pat does a great job. We'll have him here tomorrow. You get 10 big old beautiful wings and a side and a drink for under $10. Wednesdays from 11:33, but they got lunch specials every single day. TVs everywhere. Great atmosphere. Beef O'Brady's Lynnhaven. Get out there and tell them Coach send you. J. Michael's Restaurant. The best seafood. The coldest beer. Red beans and rice are incredible. I think that's a special day, red beans and rice. Go try it. You'll love it. J. Michael's Restaurant. We'll be right back with the Auburn Tigers. They have named the starting quarterback. Vegas was wrong. They had Bobby Ashford as the favorite. Didn't happen. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents The Race to Daytona. It's your chance to win tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 Saturday, August 26th from historic Daytona International Speedway. Listen to Coach Hale mornings at 8:45 for the keyword of the day. When you hear it, text the keyword and your name to 850-215-6290. Then listen in the afternoon at 4:40 if we announce your name, race to the phones. How long it takes you to call back is your qualifying time. The fastest qualifying time was a pair of tickets to Daytona from ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the south, and look for the high to be 93. Tonight there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 81 and a calm wind. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 6 miles per hour and the high of 94. Wednesday we'll have a high of 95 and sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. What, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Turf Pro Lawn and Pest Control. They take pride in caring for their customers' property by providing lawn and whole house pest control. Whether you have roaches or any other unwanted bugs in your home, Turf Pro has you covered. Or if your lawn needs weed control, fertilize, insect control, Turf Pro has you covered by providing custom treatments to meet your property's needs. No property is the same, so why should it be treated that way? Turf Pro, where the blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Call 850-890-5820.
Do you know who I am?
If he was the last person on Earth,
I'm kind of a big deal.
mankind would still have a chance.
We may have to repopulate the Earth.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm very important.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa, Eagle. Hey, Martha, Kimmy, Chad Mitchell's wife. All you Auburn Tigers out there, Auburn Update is brought to you by Beefro Brady's in Lynn Haven. Just mentioned a minute ago. Get out there, especially on Wednesdays. 10 big old juicy, gorgeous wings, drink, and a side for under $9.99. You can't beat that. Pat does a great job out there. Pat will be with us tomorrow. And Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers, will be back tomorrow morning, 8:15. And I'm not going to get into the scrimmage too much today because I want to talk to Andy about that. He'll have a lot more insight what's going on there. They did name the starting quarterback. Thorne from Michigan State will be the starter. Robbie will be the backup. Auburn, all-time AP top 25 best football program in the history of college football. The Auburn Tigers come in at number 14th in the nation. That's pretty good. The best in history, 14th in the country. That's pretty darn good. They have won national championship. They've won SEC championship. They have Heisman winners. They have 3 of them. They have legendary head football coaches. If you've never been to a game at Auburn, you've got to go. It's unbelievable. Auburn Tigers, the 14th best football program in the college football history. Name one word. John, you or Chad, either one, get it right, you will win a great prize. Name one word that describes Auburn fan base this year, 2023. What is that one word?
Insane.
Pretty close. What's that word?
Excited.
Excited. Yes, Chad.
You just cleaned it up, Chad.
Chad, are you doing your homework or what? That's pretty impressive.
Listen, it's bad that I can read your mind.
You know me pretty well. Well, they are. They're excited.
Now I'm scared, John.
They are excited. You got Hugh Freeze.
Exactly.
You got brand new coaching staff. You sold out preseason tickets. You got 40-something new football players, a new offensive line. I'd be pumped up, too. Auburn's going to surprise some people. I cannot wait. This team in Florida, I do believe both these programs are going to be better than what people think. One other thing on Auburn before I get into the crystal ball, 4 stars. Do you realize that Auburn 2024 recruits, the number of 4 and 5 stars, they're third in the country, Auburn is. Number 1 is the Ohio State Buckeyes. 80% of their signed or committed players are 4 and 5 stars. Georgia Bulldogs was second with 77% of their players. And then there's the Auburn Tigers, 75%. They're higher than Alabama. Florida Gators are at 73. Billy Napier's recruiting like a wild man. But and then it's Alabama, 71%. And then Tennessee and Texas A&M are tied at 68%. Great job by the coaching staff. Cadillac's doing a good job also. They got those 5-star linebacker they stole from Georgia. Got Alabama's wide receiver, one of the best in the country. Auburn knocking it out of the ballpark. Yes, they're excited. Yes, they're going to surprise people. And yes, we do have Andy Burcham tomorrow talking about the Auburn Tigers. Now, I want to jump into the crystal ball predictions on Auburn's football schedule. Chad, we're going to see if you believe in this prediction. Crystal ball does a pretty good job. They do. They look at everything. But this day and time, you know nothing because you got brand new players because of transfers. Here's what they have. 2023 crystal ball predicting every Auburn football game. Week 1, Auburn versus UMass. I'm not going to spend time on this one.
Blowout.
Win, yes. Number 2, Auburn at Cal. Cal went 2-5.
At Cal, too. They got to travel, so.
Cal went 2-5, 1 score, in 1 score games. In a close game, they get beat, okay? That happened in 2022. Big road win, Auburn gets it done in a close game.
I agree with that.
Everybody agree? I'm on board. Another week 3, Samford, they win big.
Samford.
Number 4, week 4, Auburn at Texas A&M. Great atmosphere at A&M. A&M's passing game gets it done. The passing game of A&M lights it up in a very close football game. Texas A&M gets the win. Do we agree with this? Bobby Petrino's offense beats the Auburn Tigers. It's at A&M. It's going to be electrical.
Maybe.
It's going to be 110,000.
So, part of the story here that's developing is this Peyton Thorne. And, there's an article this weekend that's talking about Peyton working out with NFL quarterbacks in July.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, this went, I guess, unnoticed, but this trainer out of Jacksonville Jacksonville, Florida, that he's been involved with, getting him better, all of a sudden puts him in a workout with all these NFL quarterbacks, current NFL quarterbacks. And here he is. He wasn't even known as going to be. It wasn't known if he was going to be the starter or not.
He's got great statistics from Michigan State,
right? And a great work ethic. And you hear stories like this.
He fed in with the kids.
You hear stories like this, and you just gotta wonder, man. Hugh Freeze is seeing something.
Yeah. For him to go ahead and name him, yeah.
Right. Go ahead and name him. He's seeing something. So I don't know. I mean, let's see how that Texas A&M goes. That Texas A&M game, Auburn Texas A&M game, that game I think will determine how the rest of Auburn's season is.
Well, usually Auburn plays really well out there, but now here's the deal: A&M's always played pretty good defense. The offense, they've had problems with the offense. Mm-hmm. They're thinking Bobby Petrino's going to straighten this thing out. Close game. A&M gets the win. We'll see. Week 5. Now, Auburn now is 3-1 on the year. Week 5, Georgia rides up in Jordan-Hare. Does magic happen? Auburn in the past have done some special things at home. Georgia's offensive line, too good. Georgia just better up front on the offensive defensive line. Georgia wins 7 consecutive games against Auburn. Auburn goes down at home.
I can believe that one. Georgia's going to be good.
So now, as far as Cristobal is concerned, Auburn now is 3-2. They go into a bye week, okay? Now, week 7 rolls around. Auburn's at LSU on the road. 6 of the last 7 games were decided by 1 score. LSU's defense is just too much at Auburn. LSU's defense is too much at home. LSU wins by 2 scores. Wow. By 2 scores. Tigers
3-3.
Yeah, Tigers put them on. That could happen. That game, that's a tough game, especially if it's at night in Baton Rouge. I'm kind of leaning with that one. Week 6, Auburn comes home in the game against the school and coach that turned them down. Hugh Freeze's former team and Lane Kiffin that turned down the Auburn Tigers, they get it on at Auburn. Guess what happens? It's a classic football game. Unbelievable, back and forth. The final score, Cristobal, Ole Miss 28. The Auburn Tigers in a thriller go down by 1 point.
Ole Miss?
Hugh Freeze loses to his old team 28-27.
I don't know.
Outstanding football game. Auburn's now what? 3-3? 1, 2, 3 in a row. 4. Dang, that's 4 they've lost, right?
I don't know about that one. That one I don't know that I agree with.
Yeah, I don't know either about that one. Well, listen to this. Let's get into week 9. This was Auburn versus Mississippi State. Freeze must stop them. They got to get a win. They got to get it done. And they do. They finally get a win in a close game. Auburn 31, Mississippi State 28. They get back on the winning track. Now, week 10, Auburn at Vandy. More Auburn fans. This game's going to, they're doing construction. It's not going to be very big this year. Auburn gets it done late. It was a closer game, a lot closer game people expect. Vandy plays extremely well. Auburn wins at the end of the game and gets a close win. Week 11, Auburn on the road at Arkansas. Arkansas quarterback, running back, too much for the Auburn Tigers. They can't stop the running game. Arkansas beats Auburn at home, another loss for the Tigers. Week 12, Auburn versus New Mexico State, win. And then the Iron Bowl. The Iron Bowl. Hugh Freeze, first Iron Bowl. Alabama, too physical up front, continues to run the football, keeps the ball away from the Auburn's offense. Alabama, Nick Saban go into the Iron Bowl in Auburn and get a big win. In a close game, Alabama beats Auburn. So, I do not agree with them. The crystal ball prediction, Auburn 6-6, only 2-6 in the SEC, 7th place, they get a bowl game. I'm saying, no, hold on, buddy. I got Auburn winning more than 6 ball games.
It's certainly a possibility.
That schedule's tough, man.
Yeah, their schedule's very tough. But especially those 3 games in the early part of the season: Texas A&M, Georgia, LSU, and then Ole Miss to follow that up.
Got back to back to back.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So who knows? I mean, it's going to be up to Auburn to.
Can they stay healthy?
Yeah, can they stay healthy? Is this new quarterback he's named? Is this guy going to get the job done?
They're going to have plays for Robbie Ashford. He is a freak. 6'4", 220, can run like a deer. He's an unbelievable athlete. He's gotten bigger, stronger, faster, throwing the ball better, but still he's not what Thornton can do. He's not. The thing that killed him is not being consistent, but they're going to have package for him. Sure, he's probably going to be running the football, but you will see him play this year too, and I'm glad because I really like that kid. But Auburn, we will see. Auburn Update has been brought to you by Beef O'Brady's Lindhaven. You want to have a great time? Get out to Beef O'Brady's, especially on Wednesdays. 10 wings and a drink and a special for $9.99. You can't beat it, Pat. We'll see you tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing Patrick. El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill, the newest and best Mexican restaurant right across the street from the Navy base. Go try it. You'll absolutely love it. Happy hour, 3 to 7. Buy one, get one free. That Cajun place, one of my favorite places. Love Rick. Rick played for me, by the way. Good football player. But he does a great job running it for Jan and Trudy. And the greatest thing they've ever done, they open up now on Saturday, just like they do Sunday for brunch, 10 o'clock. Get in there early. Watch Lee put the hat on. You're in your favorite place to watch your favorite game. Wear your favorite school colors. That Cajun place cannot wait, brother. This Saturday, we cranking it up. And get this, Chad, $5 pitchers, 50 cents per wing. 50 cents. You can't get that anywhere. That Cajun place on Thomas Drive. All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents The Race to Daytona. It's your chance to win tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400 Saturday, August 26th from historic Daytona International Speedway. Listen to Coach Hale mornings at 8:45 for the keyword of the day. When you hear it, text the keyword and your name to 850-215-6290. Then listen in the afternoon at 4:40 if we announce your name, race to the phones. How long it takes you to call back is your qualifying time. The fastest qualifying time was a pair of tickets to Daytona from ESPN Northwest Florida.
With summer winding down and another school year upon us, that boot store invites the entire family to shop for the widest selections of Western and work clothing in the area at prices you can afford. Don't forget to drive carefully. The roads will be busy. A reminder from that boot store. Open Tuesday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday and Saturday 9 to 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia on 15th Street, Panama City. And remember, God is good all the time. That boot store.
Ben and Deb Collins, owners of Bay Guns and Gear, have been in business since 2010, offering new firearms and accessories with a huge selection available for your hunting needs and personal defense. Turn to Bay Guns and Gear. They have the weapon for you. Discount pricing. And if you can't find what you're looking for, they'll special order it for you. Bay Guns and Gear, across from Grease Pro at 3115 Highway 77. Visit their website, baygunsandgear.com.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3. Eye of the Tiger. War damn Eagle. They play that place goes crazy. All right. Chad Mitchell's with us this morning. And we got a couple things here. Before we get into this, Chad, I got to get a couple things in because I just saw it, so I'm going to make you hold off on your story. Number one, Miss Rice, the Secretary of State. What was her first name? Rice? I forgot her first name.
Condoleezza?
Yeah, that's her. And George W. Jr. Bush, the former president. I'm not a big fan of the Bush family, but whatever. I shouldn't say that. They're both pushing for SMU. And I got connections to SMU. My college football coach, Bobby Bowden, left Southern Mississippi, went to SMU, and a lot of our coaches went with him. And
that's where George Bush's presidential library is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, they're pushing them to join the ACC. So they're behind the scene, twisting arms, playing politics to try to get the ACC to join SMU.
Well,
would that be a good fit?
Well, if Florida State and Clemson leave and go to the SEC,
you're gonna need something.
they're gonna need somebody in there,
and I hope they do. We're, at least you get another state TV. There's the great state of Texas, a lot of TV sets.
Right. So, I mean, it makes sense for the ACC.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to get that in. All right, this week too. I'm probably going to be at the Cajun Place for this one. These are games that are going to be played this Saturday. Number 13 Notre Dame versus Navy. 1:30 kickoff on ABC. Then you got Jacksonville State versus UTEP, 4:30 on CBS Sports. UMass at New Mexico, that's a biggie. 6 o'clock on ESPN. San Diego State versus Ohio, 6 o'clock on Fox Sports. Vandy versus Hawaii, 6:30 on the SEC Network. I'll watch that one. Then the Southern Cal Trojans, number 6 in the country, versus San Jose State. Okay,
yeah.
I
San Jose State. Yeah.
That game is at what? 7 o'clock our time. Louisiana Tech versus FIU, and that game is at 8 o'clock our time on CBS Sports. And that's it. That's just kind of a week 0 schedule, right? Don't you think it's kind of weak? I don't like it.
It's kind of weak.
But it's college football. We're going to sit there, drink some wings. Eat some wings.
Drink some wings.
You're
blending them up now.
Yeah, they'll be good. It's going to be good.
That happens to you when you get old.
Yeah, you have to put them in the blender. Yeah.
Thank you. You two guys are so kind. Thank you, sir. Chad, you had a story.
He's using a straw.
You had a story for us today.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just I heard from one of the coaches this weekend. It was a buddy of his who's a state trooper up in Alabama was telling him it's a true story. As far as I know, it's a true story. Okay. It was funny, and so I have to tell it again. Anyway, apparently he was going south on I-65, like south of Hoover, and encounters this vehicle, this Mercedes that's weaving in and out of the lane. And, not a lot of traffic. So he pulls this Mercedes over and he walks up to the window and he looks, and this woman that's in the driver's seat is clearly, she's lit. And he goes, "Ma'am, did you realize that, you were weaving in and out of the lane back there?" And she says, "No, I didn't. I thought I was driving fine." And he says, "Have you been drinking?" And she says, "Yeah, water." And he goes, "Are you sure it's water?" And she goes, "Yes." He goes, "What's in that styrofoam cup there in your center console? Can I see that? I want to look at it and see what you're drinking." She goes, "That's water." and she hands it to him, and he smells it. He goes, "Ma'am, this is not water. This is wine." And she said, "Jesus has done it again."
That's pretty good. Did she get arrested? Did they arrest her?
Well, I don't know the whole rest of the story, but that's the punchline. It's funny. Apparently, it was a true story. You know how people are.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, I thought it was funny. Anyway, it's
that was pretty good. I like that. All right, a question for you. With this 5-star stud running back injury squad, Alabama.
For Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama's ranked running back U. Number 2 was Wisconsin. Number 3 was LSU. Number 4 is Miami. And number 5 was Texas. Don't know if I agree with those, but I do agree with Bama having the best running back group in the country. And it really, they've got plenty of depth, so until he gets healthy, I think we're in pretty good shape. ACC football, how many teams made the AP top 25? Florida State was the highest-ranked team in the AP poll at number 8. Clemson was number 9. North Carolina was 21st in the country. Did you know that Rudy, the guy that played Rudy in Notre Dame's football, Rudy movie, passed away?
I did not.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I saw that he had passed away. So I like that movie, Rudy. You remember watching it?
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie. It was pretty good. Ohio State, what did Ohio State do? They signed, okay. I meant to mention this with Jim Durant. Ohio State quarterback, massive NIL deal with Tommy John's. Tommy John's. Isn't that a clothing store, Tommy's John's? Isn't it?
Yes, they do make clothes.
Yeah, they make clothes.
Yep.
I wonder, they didn't go into detail how much money it was, but it's supposed to be a big deal. Tommy John's.
So I think it's underwear.
Tommy John's underwear, Tommy John's pants. Anyway, the quarterback of Ohio State Buckeyes has become wealthy off Tommy John's. That's a pretty big company. You got people like that helping you with NIL deals. You do. You got some Tommy John. Nice.
Tommy John's on.
You got them on right now?
Yep.
What color?
Camo.
They're pink.
Hot pink. I like that. Good. All right, Mark May. We all know Mark May. Used to be on ESPN. He still does some things. He came up with his top 16 programs, preseason poll, Mark May, preseason poll. Here we go. Kind of different from everybody else's. Number 1, who is it? Out of the Big Ten.
I can't read his mind.
Michigan. Michigan Wolverines.
Michigan's
the
number 1
team.
Are they even going to beat TCU this year?
Does it matter?
I don't have Michigan number 1. I may be surprised, but I don't have Michigan number 1.
I think him and Michigan Eddie are buddies.
I don't think there's any way Michigan's better than Georgia.
Dang it. All right, number 2, Southern Cal. Watch out, the Trojans now. I think they have an easier path than most teams.
I'm with Michigan Eddie on this one. Defense. Lincoln Riley never has a defense. He never has a defense. I just think this is going to be the same old song and dance. So I disagree.
You're not going to like Mark May's picks right here. Number 3, Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia deserves to be up there.
Why would they not be number 1? They've won back
I think they're number 1 to start the season.
Yeah,
now they got to prove themselves, but okay.
Right. Number 4. Oh, crap. Give me a second. Number 4, LSU Fighting Tigers.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
They're good. They're going to be good.
I had that thing I wanted to find.
FSU is going to have to bring their A game.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Number 5, they're back. The Texas Longhorns.
Nah.
Number 6, Alabama Crimson Tide at number 6.
I think Bama deserves to be in the top 10. They might even be deserving of the top 5, depending on their quarterback situation.
Number 7, Florida State. Florida State. Can't wait.
FSU could be in the top 5 as well, in my book.
Number 8, Penn State.
I don't know.
Number 9, Clemson.
Maybe. Clemson. Everybody's saying Clemson's coming back.
Number 10, Washington. Let's take this interruption, and then we'll go back. But number 1, the guy must be. Cocaine's tough, man. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Michigan by Mark May is number 1. Go ahead, Michigan. Good morning.
Go Blues right here.
He's
this is a family show, Coach. Don't talk about illegal drugs on the show, please. All right? We don't want you getting banned, okay? And then I'm banned. Then we're all banned. And then people don't have the people's caller. Then everyone's going nuts. They don't have sports on Northwest Florida. Anyway, Mark May I wish he'd come back to the forward letter. I always enjoyed his analysis with Lou Holtz and all that. He was always fair and honest and balanced, and hey, according to you, let's not even play the season, Coach. Let's just give the championship to UGA. They're the almighty god of football. Let's just give it to them.
Everybody's going to be shooting for them this year. Everybody's going to be shooting for Georgia.
But according to the coach, they're going to win it all. Let's just not. Everyone's crazy for picking Michigan, Ohio State over them. Hey, let's just forget it. Let's just not buy tickets, not buy nothing, not watch TV, and just anoint UGA the champions, and let's be done with it. Let's go on to basketball, hockey, baseball.
I warned you, Coach.
Is Michigan going to win out and not choke at the end of the season? What do you think?
They didn't choke against TCU, man. They didn't choke against TCU, Doc. I love you, man. They didn't choke. They had one bad play call with that gimmick play when they run down the throat. Then they had two blown calls that cost us the game, and everybody knows it.
Did they lose? Did they lose?
Don't hang up.
Yes, they did. They lost.
Michigan, don't hang up. We got to take a break. But
I got help from SEC officials. So
don't hang up. Don't hang up. Let's talk about some of great people. Rudy's Barbecue on Bat Beach Road. Go have a wonderful meal. Tell them Coach sent you. Try the turkey plate. It's incredible. Now, they do catering. Rudy's Barbecue, Laureline Layton Room in the back. Have a party, chamber meeting, whatever you want to do. Rudy's Barbecue, they do an incredible job. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Dr. Ward, you can have him in at 7:30. If it doesn't look right, feel right, please go see Dr. Ward. Throughout Northwest Florida's in office, 5 minutes can save your life. Max Fist, Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better, just be healthier? Jason Kovalesi's the answer for you. They had a brand new store on 23rd Street, also on Bat Beach Road. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli, 3 restaurants and one. The bakery's incredible. Deli's unbelievable. Pizza, oh my goodness, it's unreal. Paparazzi Gourmet Deli. We got Dr. Chad Mitchell. Let's get it. We got to give away a trip to Daytona, man.
That's right. Here's what we're going to do. It's the moment you've been waiting for. It's the race to Daytona. Your chance to win tickets to the Coke Zero Sugar 400. The race is on Saturday, August the 26th at 7 p.m. Daytona International Speedway. To play Race to Daytona, listen to Coach James Hale, that's us, at 8:45, that's now. And here's the keyword of the day. The keyword of the day is green. As in the color green.
Go.
And so what you do is listen to the Afternoon Underdogs right around 4:40. They're going to announce your name because you text the keyword green and your name to 850-215-6290.
I love
text that, and then that gets you entered. They call your name. You call in as quick as you can. That will give you your qualifying time. The quickest qualifying time wins the tickets to the Coke 400.
That's awesome. So, again, real quick, what's the color?
The code word is green.
Code word is green, which means go. Green means go.
6290, and then listen to the Afternoon Underdog.
Get out to J. Michael's Restaurant today. Have a great meal. Matter of fact, I'm meeting Eric Baker, 11:30, J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. We get back. We're going to finish up with Mark May. Ah! Woo!
Turned him loose.
I don't care what Miss Getty's got to say. We'll be right back.
About your past.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're the radio home of the Mosley Dolphins.
High school football is back. This Thursday night, we're going under the lights. It's the Mosley Dolphins versus the Rutherford Rams, live from Tommy Oliver Stadium. Coverage starts Thursday at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Listen live right here on your home for the Mosley Dolphins. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the south, and look for the high to be 93. Tonight there will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 81 and a calm wind. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 6 miles per hour and the high of 94. Wednesday we'll have a high of 95 and sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hi, folks. It's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And we're back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Mark May, let's finish up with his top 16 teams in 2023. Number 12, number 11. Let's go with number 11. Number 11, Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 12, Tennessee. Number 13, TCU. Number 14, North Carolina. 15th, Notre Dame. And number 16th, Kansas State. Now, this coach I love. Lou Holtz, this guy knows football like no other. I put his knowledge right up beside Michigan Eddie's. Here's what Lou Holtz believes is going to happen. Coming in at number 16th best team in the college football in 2023, the Oklahoma Sooners out of the SEC. Coming in at 15th out of the SEC, South Carolina. 14th out of the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. Number 13th, Oklahoma State. Number 12 out of the SEC, Tennessee. Number 11 out of the ACC, Clemson. Now here is Lou Holt's top 10 for 2023. Number 10, Washington Huskies. Number 9, Penn State Nittany Lions. Number 8, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Number 7, I think they'll be higher, the Florida State Seminoles, the number 7 team in the country. At number 6, first week of the season, Sunday, the whole world's watching. Number 6, LSU Tigers, Fighting Tigers, out of the SEC. It's SEC's. Look at all these SEC schools. Lou Holtz knows what he's talking about. Number 5, the defending back-to-back national champions, Kirby Smart's Georgia Bulldogs, the number 5 team in the country. Now, here's Lou Holt's top 4 teams for 2023. Number 4, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Number 3, the mighty Crimson Tide of Alabama. Lou Holt's top 2 teams in the country. Number 2, Southern Cal Trojans. And number 1, Michigan Eddies, Michigan Wolverines, number 1. Unbelievable.
Southern Cal, number 2?
Yeah, Mark May and Lou Holtz both have 1 and 2 the same. It's Michigan Wolverines and USC. Wow. Rose Bowl, first round. I hope they play each other. And Alabama and Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. That would be sweet. If that happens, I will be there.
That would be sweet.
What say you, Michigan Eddie? Are they correct or are they wrong?
Wrong.
Okay, you know more than Lou Holtz. Okay.
I love Mark May and Coach Holtz. I think they're great. Like I just said, I was thinking Mark May's praises.
Well, which one are they wrong on?
I think they're wrong on USC unless they know something about their revamped defense that we don't know.
Right.
Because Coach Riley, past 10 years now, great offenses and no defense, and that's what's cost them losses in the playoffs. I think Notre Dame, he has a soft spot for Notre Dame. They're like 7 or 8, right? That's too high for Notre Dame. And then and here's a team that's always overranked too, and they choke at the end. The Pokes from Oklahoma State out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. They're always ranked high.
Yeah.
And then they fall apart.
Well, Michigan, they had a problem at the end of the season. They got to play Oklahoma. That's their problem. They had to play somebody that's decent, and they lose.
No, but well, here's the thing. 2 years ago, they beat Oklahoma. Granted, Riley had one foot out the door, but then they just lose to a team they should beat. They just had like a brain freeze, you know? I mean, it's just like, what was that year? They were undefeated, and then they blew it, you know? And that happens time and time again where they're in the top 10, top 5 conversation, and then they lose to a team they probably shouldn't have lost to.
Absolutely.
I know I'm right.
I couldn't say it better. I couldn't say it better myself.
Thank you.
Hey, what'd you think about this? 4-star quarterback, a 16-year-old, Colin Hurley, out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's committed to LSU in the 2024 class. 16 years old. He will enroll in January at 16 years old. That's crazy. I said this. I talked about this the other day. 6'2", 210, 16. He's going to be a big-sized kid. All he did there, he's won a state championship at Trinity Christian as a starting. That's pretty impressive. 16 years old.
Yeah.
That's like Michigan Eddie's son's going to be like that, I believe.
And you know, let kids be kids, man. It's like that Dominic Braiola's son going to playing high school ball for Georgia senior year. I was listening to that on Full Ride with Coach Neuheisel. And, dude, I mean, a 16-year-old's going to roll in college. Is he mentally and physically mature enough to do that? Like, let the kids be kids, because you only have one childhood, and you look back on your childhood, and those are some of the best moments of your life, looking back, right?
Oh,
and now he's going to roll in LSU at 16 years old, or enroll early?
Chad Mitchell, 5 teams that could make the playoffs for the first time ever. I'm sorry, were you talking?
I was talking.
Oh, I apologize. we had blocked that out. We thought you kind of rumble there a little bit. You kind of go on and on.
Smitty,
Don't listen to him, Eddie. Don't listen to him. I got your back, Eddie.
Right, man.
I got your back, Eddie.
Right. Golly.
All right, Mr. Eddie, what say you? Can Chad get a word in edgewise?
Yeah,
all right,
let me get a word in.
Five
Can
teams.
I get a witness?
5 teams that can make the playoffs for the first time. Do these 5 teams have a chance? Well, they all have a chance, but be realistic. Penn State is no. Do they have a shot?
They have an outside shot. I think they have an outside shot.
We're listening to Chad right now, please. Go ahead, Chad.
Yeah, I think Penn State has an outside shot. Outside chance.
Outside?
Yeah.
Way outside.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? What say you, Michigan Eddie?
James Franklin, no way in heck. H-E double hockey sticks, no.
No way in hell, Hale. Okay. All right, the next one, I do think, kind of keep an eye on them. Nobody's going to agree with me. Texas Longhorns. Anyway, Chad Mitchell.
I give them a better chance than Penn State.
Thank you, sir. Michigan Eddie, what say you? Penn State, Texas, which have a better opportunity to make the playoffs for the first time in their school history?
Equal chance, 0.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah,
Utah.
Ban me.
Ban
me, Coach.
Utah's not going to make it.
I think they're going to lose to Florida week 1.
They ain't got a quarterback. They got quarterback woes.
Utah. Are we going to lower our standards? Let Utah in? Are we going to lower our standards?
Hey, listen to me. If Rising's healthy, they have a better chance than Penn State and Texas getting in, and don't be surprised.
Yeah. Well, they don't play anybody. They're in that.
Yeah, but he hadn't been healthy. League. So I mean, it all depends on how he comes out.
He's still questionable for week 1, right, Doc? Still questionable.
He's not playing week 1. Come on, man, keep up with it. Hey, Penn State plays in a real league. They got to have the toughest path than any of these other schools we're talking about because they place people.
All right, who the next one?
They play Big Ten East.
Chad wants me to go to the next. Can we go to the next one, Eddie? Is that okay? Can we go to the next one?
It's the people's caller to you. Right. Yes, you can go.
USC Southern. I say yes. Watch out. They could be there. They could be there. I give them a great chance.
I give them the best chance out of all of them.
Absolutely, yes. Chad. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but I still think they're not going to be able to play good defense.
Okay. What say you, Michigan Eddie? Same thing. Okay. Not an original. All right. So Southern Cal has got the best shot of those 4 that we talked about so far. This one, how do they even get in here? They have no offense. His son's the OC. Iowa. There's no way. Iowa.
I give Wisconsin a better chance.
I give Michigan a better chance than Iowa. Now, that's as bad as that is. Michigan's got a better shot. Michigan Eddie, does Iowa have a shot at all to make the playoffs?
all they have is a better shot at maybe scoring a couple more touchdowns than they did last year.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
No way.
So you're saying that Georgia, there's no way Kirby Smart makes history with that easy schedule. Well, it's not easy. They're in the SEC, but
it's pretty easy.
Easier than most teams. The only game, now Michigan doesn't play anybody. They got one game, Ohio State. That's it. Well, Penn State.
Well, they actually got two.
Yeah, two.
Penn State's going to be a tough game because that's a whiteout game.
Injuries and schedules are key, man. Injuries and schedules are key. Hey, Miss Gary, thank you so much for calling in. You've been brightened my day. You have really the whole show went to a different level when you call in.
Edified all of us.
Yes. Thank you,
and
sir.
I didn't get banned, so I'm good. Thank you.
You don't know that. You don't know what we say when we get off the phone. Hey, listen, we got to go. So we'll see you tomorrow. Chad, what's the best way? What's the best way to get up with you?
Call Orthopedic Associates, 850-785-4344. You can also go to chadmitchellmd.com.
All right. 11-1, Ryan Movey. He'll knock it out of the ballpark like he does every day. And then our son, David, underdogs, #1, not even close. We are out. Chad Mitchell will be back with us Monday. College football starts. High school football starts this week. We cannot wait. 104.3, legendary 104.3. Did I say it right? 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. We're the radio home of the Mosley Dolphins.
High school football is back. This Thursday night, we're going under the lights. It's the Mosley Dolphins versus the Rutherford Rams, live from Tommy Oliver Stadium. Coverage starts Thursday at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Listen live right here on your home for the Mosley Dolphins. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Monday. Sunshine this afternoon and evening with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the south, and look for the high to be 93. Tonight it will be clear skies with the temperature reaching 81 and a calm wind. Sunny tomorrow with a wind around 6 miles per hour and the high of 94. Wednesday we'll have a high of 95 and sunshine. This weather is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading